नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। I heartily thank to Dharmatma Prabhu. He gave a chance to me to speak this transcendental literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. I seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas, all the senior devotees, so that we can discuss some valuable points, enlighten pastimes from this topic, the most important topic of our sadhana bhakti, known as surrender. So when we speak about the topic surrender, the one and only one picture comes to our mind, that is Bali Maharaj. He is the epitome of surrender. As we know, he is the Acharya of Atmanivedan. So this topic is going on here. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 19, entitled The Lord Begs Charity from Bali Maharaj. So we'll read from text 35 and then we'll recite together the present verse which is written in the board, 37. Text 35. Nisthang te narake manye hi apradatuh pratisrutam pratisrutasya yonisaha pratipadayitum bhavan. Translation. Now here Sukracharya is saying to Bali Maharaj, because he took an oath, sankalpa, to give charity to Lord Bamandev. So Sukracharya became scared or kind of insecure. So this series of verses spoken by Sukracharya, and he is kind of creating fearfulness in the heart of Bali Maharaj, saying that you will go to hell. Translation: you will certainly be unable to fulfill your promise, and I think that because of this inability, your eternal residence will be in hell. Imagine the spiritual master is cursing to the disciple that you will go to hell. So when we hear the pastimes like this, Bali Maharaj, if sometime think for a while, keeping ourselves in the place of Bali Maharaj, that my Guru Maharaj will tell me you will go to hell, what will be our condition? Naturally. And then he is saying that na tadyanang prasansanti yena bruttir vipardyate danam yagyas tapah karma loke bruttimato yataha. The people generally don't glorify them. Who? He is saying learned scholars do not praise that charity which endangers one's own livelihood. If someone is giving charity and he himself becomes totally poverty-stricken, that he doesn't have anything to eat even, for survive. So people don't admire for this such kind of charity, Sukracharya is saying. Because charity, sacrifice, austerity and fruitive activities are possible for one who is competent to earn his livelihood properly. They are not possible for one who cannot maintain himself. If someone is giving charity, everything to others, to Brahmanas or to someone, he doesn't have a single penny for his own livelihood, how can he give charity more to others? It's not that the one Brahmana, dwarf, Brahman is coming to you. Consider that there will be many Brahmanas will come, many devotees will come, and many charity you have to give. So if you give everything to one only, then how will you give charity in the future to others? As you know, our devotees also go for asking donations. And the life members or the donors, we ask donation from, and sometimes they also become annoyed or scared. They think that abhi to aap aaye the, you have just come some days ago for Rath Yatra. No, this is for Janmashtami. Again we go for Janmashtami, and then we go for another for another festival. And we see that sometimes the donors also become scared. They become afraid that these people come again and again. So they keep little donations. Some donors they give to Chinmaya Mission, to Hare Krishna Mission, to Ram Krishna Mission, to Shiva Krishna Mission, to everything. So that they get credit from different societies. They want to increase their pious credit. So Sukracharya's Niti, Shukra Niti, it is, of course, it is for general people. In general sense, he is saying the very good thing, that if you give everything at once, you will not have anything to give more to others also, and then you can't do sacrifice. If you will not have anything, then how will you do yajna? In those days, people would do yajna. Then he says, like in Sanskrit they say, Danam, you can't give charity more, yajna, you can't do sacrifice more, tapa, even you can't do tapa. Then what is the connection of donation with tapa? He says that explanation is that actually this series I was listening to from my spiritual master, the Katha of Bali Maharaj, so wonderfully he explains these verses. He was telling that the connection of tapa is that if someone gives everything in charity to others and he doesn't have anything for his own livelihood, he can do proper bhajan also. Always the mind will wonder how I can earn money. My wife is there, my children are there, and they are always behind me. That you are always giving donation, and then what about us? So the tension is there, and anxiety, panic is there. If someone is not having wealth, at least for day-to-day livelihood, then he can do tapa also. Because the whole mind, the concentration goes how to earn money and how to live peacefully. Then only we can do bhajan. So therefore he is saying that tapa means controlling the mind here. That you can't control your mind also. Because always your mind will be engrossed in earning the wealth. And then he says you can't do dana, you can't do yajna, and neither you can do tapa. And then he is saying fruitive activities also. You can't do any kind of karma. Because no paisa, you gave everything, no paisa, nothing, though you can't do even no karma, any kind of fruitive activities, some puja, some any kind of activities. So you can't do anything. So therefore he is saying that possible one who is competent to earn his livelihood properly, one who has enough money and bank balance, and his wife and children are peacefully practicing or living in the house, then that person can give charity to others, he can maintain himself, and he can give donation to others also. One who doesn't have anything, what donation he will give? So before also he is saying that Vamandev will first he explained that who is this person. Do you know who is this person who has come in the form of a dwarf Brahman? He is Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. This we heard before in previous classes. And he says that he will first occupy the three worlds, the one step, and then he will take his second step and occupy everything in outer space. Then he will expand his universal body to occupy. So where will you offer him the third step? So he explained, it's not that Bali Maharaj didn't know that who is he, I already promised. Shukracharya previously, he explained that he is none other than Supreme Lord himself. And then he is giving the bhaya, like 4 types of niti are there, na? Sama, dama, danda, bhed. So this bhaya, he is saying that if you can't give the third step to Lord, because you broke your promise, you will go to hell. Anyway, you will go to hell. He is kind of putting Bali Maharaj in checkmate. If you disobey my order, you will go to hell. If you can't fulfill your promise by not giving third step, anyway you will go to hell. So like that he is putting all kinds of checkmates in front of Bali Maharaj. Narake nisthang te narake, you will go to hell because breaking your promise. I think that because of this inability, your eternal residence will be hell. So it's a very heavy test, heavy pariksha, exam for Bali Maharaj. Imagine who is Shukracharya. Once Bali Maharaj was already killed, he was dead. And Shukracharya survived him, he gave him the life back. And he gave him everything, he made him the king of the entire 3 planets. Everything he gave. One who has done so much favor for us, and he is saying that you don't do something, and Bali Maharaj is disobeying. So The series of verses what Shukracharya is saying, it is very, very useful for the family life, for the grihasthas, those who are in household life, how they should maintain themselves and divide their dhana in various parts. So this is the proper way to divide our wealth in 5 parts, he is saying. So please recite. Dharmaya yasase arthaya kamaya swajanaya cha panchadha vibhajan vittam iha mutracha modate. Dharmaya for religion, yasase for one's reputation, arthaya for increasing one's opulence, kamaya for increasing sense gratification, swajanaya cha and for maintaining one's family members, panchadha for these 5 different objectives, vibhajan dividing, vittam his accumulated wealth, iha in this world, amutra the next world, cha and modate he enjoys. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat the translation. Therefore, one who is in full knowledge should divide his accumulated wealth in 5 parts: for religion, for reputation, for opulence, for sense gratification, and for the maintenance of his family members. Such a person is happy in this world and in the next. So this is the formula for happy, according to Shukracharya's purport. The Shastras enjoin that if one has money, one should divide all that he has accumulated into 5 divisions. 1 part for religion, 1 part for reputation, 1 part for opulence, 1 part for sense gratification, and 1 part to maintain the members of his family. At the present, however, because people are bereft of all knowledge, they spend all their money for the satisfaction of the family only, not other 4, just 1 cause. But Srila Rupa Goswami taught us by his own example, by using 50% of his accumulated wealth for Krishna, 25% for his own self, and 25% for the members of his family. One's main purpose should be to advance in Krishna consciousness. This is the most important line. One's main purpose should be to advance in Krishna consciousness. Means one has to become a devotee. This will include dharma, artha and kama. But at the same time, however, because one's family members expect some profit, one should also satisfy them by giving them a portion of one's accumulated wealth. This is a shastric injunction. Hare Krishna. So, in this way, Shukracharya is giving niti to Bali Maharaj, which is really useful or beneficial for householders, for family life. We will see the other side also towards the end, that epitome of surrender is something different. that we know. Manasa deho geho jo kichu mor arpilu tuva pade nanda kishore. They say in Hindi, अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में. Like that. So the epitome of surrender, surrender everything offering to the Lord, that is the highest devotional activity. But in general, that's, they say laukik dharma. So generally one has to follow these standards, and this is not that something from somewhere Shukracharya is saying. This is all Veda Vakya only. We have to remember that this is all in Vedic verses. So for family life there are some certain rules is expected, and so much so that in Shastra in various places they glorify the family life, the Grihastha ashram, because other three ashrams generate from that ashram. Brahmachari, Vanaprastha and Sannyas also depend on that ashram. In Bhavishya Purana there is one verse, they say, it says, Trayanam ashramanam cha grihastha yenoruchyate. All the three ashram, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha and Sannyas, they generate from the Grihastha ashram and also depend on Grihastha ashram. Anyepi supajivanti tasmat sreshto Grihastha ashram. Hari bol. So all the other ashrams, they are for their livelihood depend upon Grihastha ashram. So all glories to Grihastha ashram, family life, they say, the Shastra says. So it is true actually, we know that anyone can understand easily what the Shastra says. Then another Purana, Kurma Purana, it says, the qualities of a Grihastha, the ideal Grihastha, he says, Vibhagasila satatam khyama yukto dayalukaha. How a Grihastha should be? Grihasthastu samakhyata no gruhena grihi bhavet. Just by staying in the home, in four walls, within the four walls, under a roof, one doesn't become a Grihastha. So, even the ashram also, Brahmachari, they are staying in the four walls, under the roof. So, just by staying in Griha, one doesn't become a Grihastha. He says that Vibhagasila satatam, one who divides his own wealth properly and gives charity to different persons, as we hear in this was the 5 part of division of the wealth. Vibhagasila satatam khyama yukto dayalukaha, and one who forgives others, dayaluka, very compassionate, merciful and charitable. Such persons are actually real Grihastha. Grihasthastu samakhyata. Akhyata, it is said that they are the actually Grihastha, family man. So, many places the Grihastha ashram is being glorified, and then in the Grihastha ashram, the charity is most important activity, apart from other activities. So they say that how the imperishable charity, dana is abhyaya, charity is imperishable. So another sloka from Padma Purana says, to whom we should give charity, especially for the family man, to whom we should give charity, he says that Akshayo Bhagavan Vishnu Paramatma Sanatana Diyate Yat Samuddisya Hi Akshayang Tat Prakirtitam. One who gives charity for Lord Bhagavan Vishnu, for Vishnu, who is Paramatma, who is Sanatana, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that dana, that kind of charity is akshayo, imperishable. And diyate yat samudis, for that reason, for that purpose, one who gives charity for Lord Vishnu, for his service, He akshayam tat prakirtitam. That yas is that khyati, that it always remains ever in the history. We know that there are many devotees or many persons who give charity, and we see here devotees, our Lakshmi Narayan Prabhu. What is his name? Lakshmi Narayan? Lakshmi Narayan Prabhu. His name is being written here. And whoever gives, like you have Vrindavan Prabhu from Surat, he has given donation and their name is written. So khyati, that yas, that reputation is always glorified by others. And we see when we enter into the temple hall, we see in the left side, there is in the marble it is written, whoever has given the donation, Prabhupada disciples, the glorious Prabhupada disciples, and they made this temple by collecting and giving charity, all this. So this is khyati, yasa. So therefore it is said that anything, any donation for Lord Vishnu or his temple, it is always imperishable. Also it is said in Skanda Purana, Vishnum uddhisya yat kinchit Vishnu bhaktaya diyate danang tad bimalang proktam kevalang moksha sadhanam. That person gets liberation from this world. One who gives donation or charity for the Lord Vishnu and to the devotees of Lord Vishnu for the service of Lord Vishnu. Vishnu muddisya yat kinchit, whatever little bit even, gives donation to Vishnu bhaktaya, to the devotees of Lord Vishnu for the service of Lord Vishnu. So that dana, that charity is vimalam, free from all kinds of, any kinds of mala. And that is kevalam moksha sadhanam. And that, by that, the candidate gets liberation. So please don't think that I am representing the fundraising minister and here quoting the verses to raise fund for the temple or any project. But Shastric injections are there. There are many, because the topic is being discussed here. Therefore, some Shastric references for solid our faith on the Shastra or for our service, we give some solid reference. So Srila Prabhupada here wonderfully explains in the purport that Srila Rupa Goswami taught us how to divide the dhana. He says that 50% accumulated wealth for Krishna, 25% for his own self and 25% for the members of his family. So when I was under Radheshyam Prabhu in ISKCON Pune, he had wonderfully made one standard for the devotees, the community devotees belongs to NVCC Pune. So he has set the standard that 10% of one's own income he should keep aside. At least he has said. Here Rupa Goswami said 50%, but there the standard is that 10% of one's income monthly he should keep aside only for the Lord and his service. Now imagine, suppose one is earning 10,000 per a month. What is the 10%, Prabhu? 1,000. So 1,000 रुपया निकाल के रख देना, छूना मत उसको. Don't touch that money. Suppose one is earning 50,000, then you can calculate what is the 10% minimum. So like that, it's a very good system they have made in their community, that they say Nitya Seva. There is temple, they have patron care, and there is Nitya Seva, monthly Seva, give donation. So at least more you can give, that more is here Rupa Goswami is saying 50%. So if someone is giving 50%, then well and good. But if can't, then at least 10% every month one should keep aside for the service of Guru and Krishna. And that way one's wealth becomes purified by giving charity. So like that he is saying. Now there are 5 divisions. How one should divide his wealth into 5? First he is saying that dharmaya, Sukracharya is saying, for religion, dharmaya. like for donation, for cow seva, for Brahman bhojan, for Lord's seva, for any festival seva, any kind of religious activity. Dhana should be divided, one portion should be for religious activity. Dharmaya. By doing such kind of charity, one gets credit, pious credit. That pious credit only help that candidate to elevate to the higher planets or even to the spiritual world. Punya, Sukurti. That Sukurti, that credit, that helps one, especially for family man, it is mentioned here, for Grihasthas, to elevate to the higher planets, to the even to the spiritual world. So whatever we have now, that is because of we have done something in the past life. For that reason we have so much wealth or beauty or whatever we have. That is the reason, the cause of we must have done some pious activity, some charity in the previous life, therefore we have so much wealth now and beauty or whatever Sri, whatever opulence we have. That is because of the past life's credit. So therefore he is saying dharmaya. First, every family man should divide his wealth. First portion should be for dharmaya, for religion, so that he can get the credit for the next life, for the elevation to the upper planets and to the spiritual world. Yasase, second is saying for reputation. Just like we say that many devotees, now in India there is a very famous temple, you must know, or you must be knowing. Any big city you go, they say that Birla temple. Because Birla has made that temple, that Krishna's temple, Lord Krishna's temple. So that has become a famous for Birla temple. People, how reputation he has. That for the many years, people will always remember who has made this, like Birla temple, like they say Birla has made. As far I know, the Radha Parthasarthi Mandir, they say that glory of India and Vedic Expo Hinduja, like they say Hinduja, because Hinduja has given. So in our Pune temple, one single person has given donation for the guest house, and they have given the name Kamal Nayan Bajaj Atithi Bhavan. The owner, the CEO of Bajaj Auto, Rahul Bajaj, he gave, the single person, he gave the donation for the entire guest house. So at least for the khyati, for you should keep some wealth to earn the reputation. Yasase. And then he says arthaya. Third is arthaya, for increasing one's opulence. If someone is having some capital money, by that only he can invest and increase his business. If someone is having nothing and poor and beggar and bankrupt, what can he earn total? So one should have some capital wealth somewhere, so that he can invest and use that to increase his own wealth, investing in business or something. So this is the third part that one should keep for future, for increasing his own wealth. Third. Then fourth is kamaya. Kamaya means every person needs some house to stay and some like for his livelihood, for day-to-day life, for eating, for sleeping, anything. No? Kama, everything comes in under kama. Whatever desires we have, we want a handset, mobile, a latest laptop, or anything we want. So for that we require money, and no one will give you free. And now they have this EMI system, EMI, no? They say housing loan, even they get mobile in EMI. So for kama, for fulfilling our desire, also we require wealth, we require dhana. So if you give everything, how will you satisfy your own desire? Sukracharya is saying. So this is fourth. And then swajanaya cha. Swajanaya, for wife, for children, for younger brother, for father, for mother, for parents, For Swajana, for own family members, you should keep something. So this wonderful lessons for the family man, Shukracharya is saying, like many people are depend on us. It's not that we are the only person in this world. Some brothers, some parents, some many, my wife and children. So we should save something for their security, for them. So that is also, this is the fifth. And cha, there is what is cha is there. Swajanaya cha. Now one should divide his wealth in 5 parts. And the Acharya has explained the meaning of the word cha. Cha means for emergency. Do you understand? Apatkalin sthiti, for emergency. Anything happens in emergency, so you can use that money. What they call provision fund, or say they save, even the government service holder, they also get some PF, provision fund or others. And fixed deposit they do, FD, right? So for this reason, like you remember, Rupa Goswami had kept some wealth for emergency, and that too, that was used by Sanatan Goswami to escape from the Nawab Hussain Shah. So in this world, everything is uncertain. You can't give everything to the temple, or say for the donation. You should keep something in emergency. Anything will happen. So when then that time, to whom you will ask? Who will give you? So in one sense, this is very good niti of Shukracharya, especially those who are family men and they stay in this world and they want to live peacefully. Chanakya Pandita also says that the Sukhi Grihastha, the happy family life, is that one who is having ample of dhana, wealth, and wife and children are agyakarini, they are obedient, and he gives charity, and he lives peacefully, and he has enough wealth for his daily maintenance, and he has enough bank balance for any kind of purpose. So he is a family, happy family. Because even to practice spiritual life, even to practice tapasya or bhakti, first one has to live peacefully, settle down peacefully. Like I have many counselees, and so one of these, many are there, those who are searching for job, and they are practicing devotee, they are initiated devotee. I said, Prabhu, you are practicing, but be practical. First you search a job and settle down peacefully, and then your spiritual life will also smoothly going on. Because you are always, the mind will be in tense that where to earn money, how to, whether I should do business or naukri or chakri or any service or what, where I can get settled, and there Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, now this job, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, no, what business. So he is applying in employment exchange and everything. How you can do peacefully bhajan? First you get settled, and then spiritual life also become, you can practice spiritual life smoothly. So, but the most important point is charity is highly glorified in Shastra, highly. You know, the Lord Ramchandra's name is Raghuvanshi. Namami Ramam Raghuvansanatham. We pray to Lord. Namami Ramam. We hardly hear that Namami Ramam Dasratha Vansam. Why this Raghuvansa, Raghu's name is so glorified? There are many instances in the life of Raghu that Lord Ram is boldly saying that I am Raghuvanshi. The one instance I will tell you. Once King Raghu was doing Ashwamedha Yajna. And for Ashwamedha Yajna, the niyam is that, the rule is that he has to become a Chakravarti Samrat of Sapta Deepamai, the whole earth planet, even all the islands he should cover, and he should conquer. So he conquered that. And he collect tax from everyone. and he did Aswamedha Yajna. Surprisingly, in the Aswamedha Yajna, while giving charity, the Brahmanas took up everything from him. Everything, whatever he had, the possessions. The whole earthly planet, all the islands, they took everything. He had nothing for himself. Now, Raghu had become totally beggar, poverty stricken. He had nothing. Because in charity he gave everything. Brahmanas took everything. Even in case of Lord Ramchandra also, in 5th canto and 9th canto, that he gave everything to the Brahmanas and Vasishtha. And Vasishtha in return gave everything to him, that you are the deserved candidate to rule the kingdom. What will you get? The Brahmanas, what will you do by getting the whole earth? So in the same way, Raghu also gave everything. In the meantime, there was one Brahmana Batu Brahmachari, whose name was Kauscha. He was studying under his Gurukul. And after completion of his study, he asked, prayed to his Guru Maharaj, that Gurudev, I want to give some Guru Dakshina to you. And his Guru said that, no, I don't want anything. I am completely satisfied with your study. I had taught you 14 different Vidya, 14 Vidya. 14 different knowledge I had taught you, and you are expert in this. I don't want it. But still, the disciple, this Kauscha Brahmachari, he was indebted to his Guru, and he said that, no, Guru Maharaj, I want to give you something. Please say that I want to give Guru Dakshina. Without giving Guru Dakshina, I will be not happy, I will not be satisfied. I will be indebted to you. And then he said, okay, you want to give Guru Dakshina? I had taught you 14 different knowledge. I want 14 crore gold coin. Now he is a Batu Brahmachari. Imagine a ISKCON Brahmachari, where will you get 14 crore? Someone, his Guru will ask, get some donation, 14 crore. One mini temple will be established in that Lakshmi. So this Brahmachari became surprised. 14 crore gold coin, where will you get? And he was wandering here and there. Somehow, someone said to him, in this whole earth planet, if someone is a charitable person, is Raghu. Go to Raghu. And as we just heard before, that Raghu had become totally beggar, bhikari, by giving everything. So he approached Raghu. My dear King Raghu, that my Guru Maharaj had asked 14 crore gold coin. So I heard about you that you are a very charitable person. Please give some donation. And Raghu, without hesitation, he was thinking for a moment that I had given everything to the Brahmanas. I don't have even my palace. He said to him, that Brahmachari, that I have given everything to the Brahmanas, and you are also a Brahmana. Give me some time. You just stay in my palace. Not in my palace, but the palace is given to Brahmana. You stay in the palace. You are also Brahmana. Or give me some time, some days. But I will definitely fulfill your desire. My dear devotees, if someone is honest, if someone is charitable, if someone keeps his words, Lord helps them. Lord, in any different way, many different ways, Lord helps them. And what he did, after 1 or 2 days, he was thinking, how I can give 14 crore gold coin to this Brahmachari Brahman. He called his minister, and he said that during our Digvijay Yatra, we went to the whole earth to conquer the whole earth. He said that Kubera, this demigod Kubera, we have not yet conquered him. He had not yet given the tax. And I am doing Aswamedha Yajna. So let us approach Kubera, or let us go to fight with Kubera, and we will get dhana, we will get wealth. He had nothing, he had no army, no Indian Air Force, no nothing, no army, no navy, nothing. He had given everything to, but the intense desire was that we will conquer Kubera and get wealth. That desire itself was enough. Kubera became so much pleased by the attitude of Raghu. And the midnight, when Raghu had slept in his kutir, because he had left palace, the minister ran to Raghu. My dear king, one strange thing happened that in our khajana, that so much wealth is there, and someone is as if someone is pouring, just like the pouring of the water. Someone is pouring the wealth, and our khajana, the treasure has become overflow by the gold coins. And Raghu was surprised. And the next day morning he called to the Brahmana and he gave everything to him. But the honest Brahmana, he was so honest that he said, I don't want. Hey, what are you saying? You asked and I collected this wealth from Kubera, and you are saying no, I just want 14 crore gold coin only. Just see, this is the nature of Brahmana. But Raghu said, there was a kind of fight between Raghu and that Brahmana. No, you take everything, I cannot accept anything. He said that I just want 14 crore gold coin. And what will you do rest? He said, you give to others, you give to some other Brahmana. So Raghu gave him the 14 crore and he happily took it and he distributed the donation, the gold coins to other people. The point is that Shastras vividly describe the importance of charity, and therefore Lord Ram was boldly saying that I am Raghuvanshi. Such kind of ancestors are there, Raghu. So here we see that Shukracharya is giving the niti, but last but not the least is that the Bali Maharaj surrender is much more higher than this Shukraniti. The Bali Maharaj surrender, the Saranagati, is that what we know that story, but how Bali Maharaj gave everything. That he for the sake of the Lord, he gave up the mercy of Guru, or he rejected his Guru Maharaj for the sake of the service of the Lord. There are many instances, those who are for the sake of the Lord, they rejected the brother and the mother and spiritual master, like that. Like there is that famous verse, I will tell you and then wind up. That famous devotee in Rajasthan is, as all of us know, Mirabai. And the relatives tortured her like anything. They tried to poison her and kill her. One time she wrote a letter asking counseling from Tulsidas. That time they were contemporary. Tulsidas was in Kasi. And Mirabai wrote a letter that my family members are torturing me, they want to kill me, I can't do bhajan, what should I do? Now this counseling system is, that time also it was there. So Mirabai wrote in Rajasthani Bhasha the question that what should I do, please give some counseling. And when the letter Tulsidas got, he replied in Abadh Bhasha, because he was in Ayodhya, Abadh Bhasha, he replied that what should you do? So he says that Jake piye na Sri Ram Vaidehi Tyajiye take koti vairisama yadyapi paramasnehi. This letter was written by Tulsidas, replying the questions to the Miraji. He said that one who is not dear to Ram Vaidehi, see Ram, and because he is the devotee of Lord Ram, she was the devotee of Krishna, so he is replying in Lord Ram's name. Jake piye na Sri Ram Vaidehi. Whom Lord Ram and Sita is not dear, one who is not devoted to Lord Ram, Tejye take koti vairamisam yadyapi paramasnahu. Although he or she may be so much dear to us, she may be my wife or children or my parents, give up, reject them, one who is not a devotee of the Lord. And he gives the pramana. He said that Prahlad had given his father, gave up his father. Prahlad, how is that? He said that, he gave the example of Vibhishan. Vibhishan gave up his brother. Prahlad gave up his father. Bali gave up his guru. Like that, he lists the number of devotees who has given up everything for the sake of the Lord. And topmost that at last he said that gopis gave up everything. One gave up father, one gave up mother, Bharat gave up mother and guru, like that. But gopis are the topmost who gave up everything, who rejected everything for the sake of the Lord. And then he signed in this letter and he sent it back. By reading that letter, the next day Mirabai gave up Mewad, Medta, she gave up and she lived in Sevakunj, Vrindavan, where we go to Radha Damodar Mandir. Just a few distance from Radha Damodar Mandir, there is Mirabai temple. The point is, my dear devotees, the surrender is always glorified. What the Bali Maharaj has done is always glorified, and we should take the spirit of that kind of surrender. And when the time will come that we will also Manasa Deha Geha Jokisumar Arpilutiya Tuva Pade Nanda Kisar. That is most important. Not just this Laukik Niti, but in general, one who is in family life, he has to divide his wealth in this way, like this 5 parts they have said. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Any, Prabhu, any points to add? any clarification?
Give all your money at the cash counter.
Prabhuji is saying that please give your donation to our office so that you will get the credit. Yes, Prabhu.
Donations, whether the person is doing illegal things and giving donation, that is acceptable?
Good question. So, there are actually various answers to this. And where I was there, in that scenario, in Pune temple, when I was there, one person is, those who are from that side, they can easily understand. Venkis is a number one chicken business person, and is very famous in Pune, Venkis business. And one time, everyone knows that he was doing all kind of sinful activities. What kind of act? The chicken business, small chicken, and he has huge money, lot of money. So in that, he approached to the temple and he said that I wanted to give, but at that time our temple president and his committee members, his associates, they all took a meeting and they decided that we should not take it. And so they didn't take it that, because they knew that person is a completely sinful person and he is doing all kinds of sinful activities. Like this, during this, Prime Minister had started this, like 1,500 notes are completely banned that time. Demonetization. That time many donation comes to the temple. And people who just wanted to give charity to all the black money came to the black Krishna and becomes white. They think like this. Sam Sundar, Krishna Balram. So case to case is different, and it like we can say that Prabhupada started this Patron Care Life Membership. That money is used in constructing the temple. So the construction for different purpose, not for the brahmachari maintenance and for so that what we eat or what we get, we may get the reaction. For different other purpose that can be used. I just want to ask Prabhuji if you want to say something. He's saying that if someone is giving donation, so like that in various case to case is different, how we can use it. As you're saying, you're rightly saying, any donation comes to the Lord, and Lord is most purifying personality and He can purify it. and that can be used in different way. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki